Hannah Nealman, who you might know as the Ballerina farmer, recently had an interview with the Times, and it really opened up the reality of the situation that she's in. In this interview, she goes into detail about the struggles she's faced and how she accidentally became a trad wife. It first started when she was pregnant with a child and was scheduled to do a beauty pageant just 2 weeks after her due date for her birth. This made her pregnancy extremely challenging because she was having to focus so hard on looking the best she could for her pageant. After she gave birth to her 8th child, she had some complications that included bleeding, and swelling was bedridden for an entire week. After a week, the bleeding had stopped, and she finally had the strength to get out of bed, and all of this was happening a few days before her pageant. So just a couple days after getting the strength to get out of bed, she was on a plane to Vegas with her newborn child to go compete. As the interview goes on, her husband was constantly talking over her, and Hannah was seen often looking at him during questions, and while she is answering questions being asked. Her husband openly accepted the label of being a trad family. However, Hannah spoke up and said that she didn't identify with that and did not like to have the label of a traditional woman. Hannah's dream in life was to be a ballerina, and explained how she left her home at 17 to go to New York to chase her dreams of being a ballerina, but cut her dreams short when she started to have children. In the interview, she did not mention until she was alone without her husband around. In the videos she posts on her account, you can see how much excitement fills her eyes and how she lights up the room with her smile. Her husband Daniel, however, said that he expected her to be home with the children because of how he was raised in a Mormon household with traditional family values. Early in their relationship, Daniel was pushing for marriage very quickly and claimed their relationship wasn't going to work if they didn't get married, even though Hannah didn't want to right away and wanted to wait at least a year so she could focus on herself and finishing school. However, Daniel continued to push marriage, and they were engaged after just 1 month and married just 2 months being together before they really even knew each other. After being married, she admitted to giving up dance because she said you have to give up a piece of yourself. Hannah is responsible for doing everything household related, including looking after the children, cleaning the house, making meals, and her husband refuses to have a nanny in the house and frequently becomes so exhausted from doing everything that she'd be stuck in bed for days at a time. During the entire interview, Hannah was constantly being cut off or interrupted by her husband or her kids.